We're going to go with a little light blue background today.
Okay.
I don't know. We're trying it.
Looks teal.
Maybe it is teal.
Yeah.
You know. I don't know all the colors by heart.
For real?
Like, when it comes to, like, periwinkle. And, like...
Periwinkle's a blue, right?
Periwinkle's like a purple.
Oh.
See what I'm saying?
See, I thought it was...
See what I'm saying?
I thought it was a blue.
See what I'm saying?
Oh.
Periwinkle, like a marigold.
That's a yellow.
Yellowish.
I finally saw a yellow car that I actually like. I was excited about that because, you know, I don't do yellow cars.
What would the yellow cars do to you?
I just don't like them. I think
Are
they're
you
aggressive.
on my line?
Yeah.
I can't tell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you on my line.
Yeah.
Know how you like to do.
I do.
You don't like to be on the line.
I'm here.
Yeah.
But yeah, yellow cars.
I like yellow.
I don't like yellow cars. Besides Bumblebee, that's about it.
That car is ugly. Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about. Like, I don't understand.
It's ugly.
Well, I just think all yellow cars are ugly.
That's not true.
The only one I would probably drive one if somebody gave it to me. Like, I don't have to pay a car note. I don't have to pay the taxes. I just put gas in it. That's about it.
You would.
Yeah.
Then you don't like. Then you would. I don't know, sis. I don't think you would enjoy that.
I probably wouldn't. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
if somebody gave me a car,
Why would you take it though? You don't even like the color yellow.
like Brandon would do this to be petty.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
man.
If he bought me a yellow car, I'd be like, first of all,
He wouldn't buy you a yellow.
why
car.
would you do that? Second of all, thank you, but is this like paid off? Because I'm not driving it.
You can go get it wrapped.
That's extra money.
That is. Is it expensive to do that?
I don't know, but I follow this guy on TikTok in Houston that wraps cars, and I'm fascinated. The way he wraps cars is so satisfying. I love it.
It's crazy. Cause it'd be like, this is like basically like just like saran wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just stays on your car.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. You have I have questions.
Yeah.
I feel that.
All right. I think we can go ahead and start the show.
All right.
Hey guys.
Hey everyone.
I had a moment. What's happening?
What's poppin', my G?
I'm your girl Sierra T.
And I'm your girl Sherelle B.
And this is Headwraps and Lipsticks, the podcast.
Where we wrap the culture up in color.
Yes, ma'am.
My bad, y'all. I'm chewing a mint.
Tragic.
My mom gave me one in church off Sunday.
It's okay. You just now eating it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's for Sunday.
You right.
You behind.
Oh, yeah, that's okay.
It's okay. I don't know what episode this is.
20? I feel like it's 20.
I wouldn't put no money on me.
Me neither.
This is episode 20. You're right. You're right. This is episode 20.
Let's go.
We're in there. We're in there.
Let's go.
We're gonna be honest with y'all. This is gonna be an all politics show.
And are you shocked?
You should not be.
Because
Some of y'all been adding us and everything about this week. So
and thank you. Because that helps us know that you guys are listening and you're paying attention.
yes,
So
indeed.
your homework assignment, we'll give you a B+ for right now. That's too high.
Depends on if we got a review or not.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna give y'all a B+.
It's an F until proven otherwise.
Damn.
F until
She didn't
proven
even
otherwise.
like. She didn't even give y'all like. What was like in high school? What was passing? What was the number grade?
C.
Was it a 65?
In high school?
Yeah, like was it 65 passing for y'all?
Well, I lived up and down the East Coast.
True.
So it could have been anywhere from 65 to like 75.
Oh wow, y'all strict.
Yeah.
Well, in the good old state of New York, 65 was passing. Then she didn't even give y'all 65. That's crazy.
I don't think. Yeah, because I lived in Maryland, North
curious.
Carolina, and Philly. So I don't know.
Dang.
Listen, I was staying wherever the B was at, so I was in the 80s somewhere. I was definitely a B student for sure.
Yeah, I was a BC student, except for in English, I was an A student.
Oh yeah, A student in English,
If y'all couldn't tell.
and barely passing in anything else.
Yeah. English, I was A. Social studies, I was an AB, depending on what period you was talking about. Like,
oh, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like when we was talking about like Italy and stuff, I don't care about them. I really don't. But like American stuff, I was really into like the Chinese culture and like their history and the wars that they had over there.
Interesting, really.
Very, very intriguing to me, what they had going over there.
Because I was all the way checked out on all that stuff.
Wow. And I like this shouldn't be shocking to y'all. That actually, I feel like we kind of just let you into like how we got here. So yeah, but math and science, okay. I don't know how I got my diploma.
Definitely doing English and theater classes.
I didn't take any theater classes.
I did.
I didn't do that.
I was bringing a drama.
I did Spanish. I did take one photography class, and I did some wood shop. I loved wood shop.
I did wood shop too, and I hated it because it included math.
I loved it.
Really?
I actually really I probably could build a birdhouse. Like,
and it'd be like, you got to measure everything. And I was terrible at that stuff.
I could measure because I had to, don't ask me to do it like, then when you start asking me like to subtract and stuff, no, just let me measure and cut and glue and nail and stuff. That's it.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Fun times indeed.
Yeah, good times. Life was simple.
Sure.
Okay.
Sis.
Yeah.
What can you wrap your head around?
Okay, mine is actually really simple. I cannot wrap my head around people that don't read notes after a meeting.
Oh, okay.
Walk with me on this.
I'm walking.
So, I don't know if y'all have ever been in a meeting with your team at work, wherever. You're taking notes, and especially if you're facilitating the meeting, then you send the notes out, and people don't read them, and then come a couple days later, you're in another meeting kind of addressing what was in the notes, and it makes you question, like, were we in the same meeting? Because why are you asking questions that have already been addressed? I took the time to clean up the notes, make them nice and pretty, and I just can't wrap my head around it. And it always be people in leadership.
Oh, well, I could have told you that.
I had a call today, and I'm like, I literally had to be like, and I said this on the call because everything always comes up in external calls. I'm not scared of external clients. I'm going to say what's going on. So I said, did you read the notes I sent? Because, I mean, maybe I was in the meeting by myself because why are the two people that I was in the meeting with acting like they don't know what's going on?
Damn. One
I'll give a little pass to, very small pass. But the other one, I'm like, we all have the same things going on. Yeah. So I don't... In my defense, no, you can't defend yourself at all because I'm like, I just don't understand it. So I've just decided I'm not taking notes no more. So during our next meeting, I'm going to be like, somebody else take them because when I do it, y'all ain't reading them no way.
Wait.
I'm taking my own notes. I'm not sharing them with nobody.
Okay, noted. Were you always supposed to be sharing the notes with the people?
I do. I like as I take notes, for the most part, I do a lot of the agendas for all these meetings because it's like no one else wants to do it.
Okay.
And that's how chaos sparks.
Okay.
So when we're done with the meeting, I like to clean up the notes. I make them real nice and I send them out for y'all to review so that we're not having redundant conversations because then nothing gets done.
Right.
It just pisses me off. And that's all I have
But wait,
to say
had they
about
been
that.
asking you to do the notes?
Yeah.
But nobody's reading them.
No one's reading. And I'm like, why don't you know? When is it? Like, it's like, oh, and then, because what's funny is like you're answering questions that you don't know the answer to.
Right.
Because you didn't look at the notes.
Got it.
But also, you was in the same meeting, so I don't get it.
Got it. Okay.
I can't wrap my head around it, and I need everybody to just get on the ball with that. I know I fall short sometimes with certain things, but today drained me. I'm like,
got it.
You literally saying, oh yeah, we don't have a speaker. I'm like, we do.
It's in the notes.
It's literally solidified. Oh, well, we still need to come up with the time. I said from 1 to 2:30.
Was this person even in the meeting from the last time? Was this person even
And that's what I'm saying. It's like, maybe the Mandela effect is real. Because I'm like, maybe we did have the meeting. Maybe I'm tripping. But I'm not. And I'm literally in this external meeting pulling them notes. Like, let me pull up the notes. Because I don't get it. That's all.
I'm weak.
What about you, sis? What can't you wrap your head around?
It's not really any of my business. But when people get on the internet and they're like, you know what I was thinking about? Like, okay, you know how like for a while everybody was like, come with me at a day of the work, and this is my office and whatnot, and it's like, I think a lot of people mess stuff up for other people because of that. Like,
what do you mean?
Like, for instance, like everybody was doing like when it was like maybe 2 2 years ago, everybody was like, come with me to my Google office.
Oh yeah.
And like you would see like what it was like for everybody to like work in tech or whatnot. Or you see that we get these snacks or we, and now none of that stuff kind of happens. And it's just like,
I think TikTok Shop kind of fucked that up.
You think TikTok Shop?
I do, because like that's like the groundwork of TikTok now. Everything is TikTok Shop.
I know.
TikTok Shop. Look what I bought. That's making my life so much amazing when you really didn't even need it. I don't know.
I don't know. I just think it's weird that people don't know how to like gate. I mean, we talk about it all the time, but just people don't know how to gatekeep. Like,
yeah.
Just I don't know. People just shut your mouth.
Shut
your mouth.
You don't need to share.
Listen.
Everything.
Okay.
Like, look at this new lip liner. Like, oh my God.
Or even like the other stuff. Like somebody came across my timeline was telling me about like how you don't need to have TSA pre-check. You need to just like download this app and you can like skip the line at the airport. I'm like, why would you do that? Now this is always gonna be packed now. Like all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
I forget what it was because it
it
had like 37,000 likes. I'm like, I'm late.
I ain't gonna be front. Like me and Brandon go to this really good wing spot that like it don't really be crowded. People know about it, but it don't be crowded.
Right.
Why I get on TikTok and saw it, and I was like, wow.
That's what I'm saying. Like, shut your mouth. Oh, we're not censored.
Oh.
Is it me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's me. Okay. Yeah.
Get on the line.
Excuse you?
Get on the line. On the line.
I'm trying to get on the line.
I just had to do her the way she do me.
Whatever. Okay. Anyway.
I was like.
I would have been pissed too, though, for real.
I mean, I'm happy because it's a black-owned spot, so I'm like, good for them. But like, come on, man.
Like, shut your mouth.
Next time we go there, if it's packed, I'm gonna be pissed off.
You're gonna be pissed off.
Or if they like, oh yeah, we have a price increase. I'm gonna be like, mother.
And you know it's gonna happen.
I'm gonna report that influencers page. I promise you.
And
I
you
will.
know it's gonna happen.
I was so annoyed. So yeah, I feel you on that. I really do.
I don't know. Everybody just shut your mouth. Like,
yeah,
you don't have to.
You don't need to share everything.
I'm actually begging you not to. Like don't. Like be selfish.
Yeah.
Yeah, be a little bit stingy.
Where you get that shirt from? A store?
No, listen. I told you about my drink, my little protein drink. I want one right now.
She still ain't tell me. I still don't. She still ain't tell me. I have no clue what this protein drink is, and it could be changing my life. But my sis said, absolutely the fuck not.
I did tell you.
No, but honestly, I'm not mad at it.
I did tell you.
I'm not mad at it.
I did tell you.
No.
Yes, I did. I sent you the link and everything, and I told you where to buy it.
You did?
Yes.
Well, we text a lot, so I forgot. But it's like you don't need to share everything.
Don't.
Somebody asked me, "Oh, who did you hear?" I was like, "Oh, this girl." I literally said this girl I found on Instagram.
I say, "Oh my God!"
Because if her prices go up,
It's rough out here. It's rough out here.
I like her prices where they at.
Just be. I'm telling y'all, it's okay to be a little bit selfish and stingy.
I feel that.
Don't share.
Yeah.
How about you don't?
Yeah.
I give you the okay to be greedy. Yeah.
So actually, I changed my mind. I'm not blaming TikTok. I'm blaming influencers because influencers will find some shit, and then Keith Lee, that's great, Mr. Chime Time, all them people like that. But it's like, at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure Keith Lee, that pizza shop that he initially got hype on, I bet you the people that went in there on a regular was probably like,
fuck, yep.
The next day when the line was right around the building, like,
hell no.
I just wanted some pizza, man.
Exactly. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
So I get that. I really do.
Yeah. I don't share.
Yeah.
Don't share. That's it.
Yeah.
I
feel that.
Okay. So we're not doing busting ballots this week because this is an all political show. Give or take this one thing right here. That one last thing. Well, that's kind of sad.
It is. But it's it's a lot.
So let's just get right into it.
It's a lot, niggas.
Do we want to start with the RNC? Do you want to start with the RNC?
Let's start with 50 Cent.
Oh shit.
Getting shot. But we talking about Trump.
Yeah. You saw that 50 Cent put. Okay. So Trump got shot in the ear at a rally. Where was that at?
Butler, Pennsylvania.
Oh man.
Preface. Allegedly, a bullet hit a teleprompter when shattered glass, and that is what hit Trump in the ear. because if you got shot in the ear, half of your ear would probably be missing.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And this man was playing golf the very next day, so.
So yeah, he got shot. A lot of you decided to use your social media pages to say some wild stuff. So you are probably on the FBI wanted list. Again.
Yo. No, sis, for real. I really was like, y'all are tripping.
Whether I agree or not, y'all gotta relax.
I wasn't liking shit.
Nothing.
I wasn't retweeting shit.
I was just at my phone like, yo, they are wildin'. Scroll.
I might have direct messaged some shit. Like, you know what? Look at this one. This one was kind of funny. You ain't get me caught up with that bullshit.
I'm like, y'all are like, your whole face and name is on your social media platform, and you were like,
oh my God.
And I'm just like, y'all are wild.
Absolutely insane. So if you don't know, alleged, like, notice how we're saying the word allegedly, because there hasn't been a lot of confirmations.
Yeah.
And whatever confirmations have come out, they've been very quick, like the shooter. Allegedly, the shooter was a 20-year-old kid who people saw climb on a roof with an assault rifle, and somehow, some way, nobody went to go get this guy.
So what I heard, this is crazy. So what I heard was he was climbing up on the roof, and a cop saw, and he had the gun ready. And I guess when he got up to the top of the roof, the cop saw him. The cop moved, and then he shot at Trump.
There's literally video footage of this kid, of some kid, because I find it very odd that there's not a lot of pictures. There's not a lot of things going on about this alleged 20-year-old boy that happened to maybe exist or not. There's video of him on the roof, ready. So if there was somebody around long enough to shoot a video, how in the world didn't the Secret Service, the FBI, or any other law enforcement agencies that was on the ground, how were they not able to get this kid off? Or how were they not able, why did they still allow Donald Trump to take the stage? If this is your man's, your job is to protect him, how in the hell did this happen?
My thing is, how did he even get set up? Like, how did they get a gun in it? Like, how? Isn't the Secret Service supposed to be like going through all of that stuff and having people all everywhere?
Right.
So to me, it seems staged.
Same.
I don't think it's real.
Yeah, something is very off about the situation, and I cannot wait for it to come out that it's a lie.
Yeah.
Because it just doesn't make. If somebody was that close enough to get video footage of him,
yeah.
Because initially they said that it was out of Secret Service range. When Kamala Harris was in Charlotte 2 weeks ago, she was at Johnson C. Smith a couple weeks ago. You could barely get into South End, let alone in the greater uptown, downtown, whatever you want to call it, area of Charlotte.
Yeah.
So if you're telling me, you cannot tell me that the Secret Service, that the shooter was not in Secret Service protected area, but somebody was able to get a video footage of him set up.
That's crazy as hell.
Ready to go.
That's crazy as hell, dog.
I'm sorry. Something seems extremely off about the situation.
I don't trust it.
I don't trust it either. Unfortunately, somebody did lose their life at this rally.
Word?
Yeah, somebody did die, a avid Republican. I'm drawing a blank on his name. But, yeah, he passed away. His widow made a statement because...
He got shot?
Yeah. Oh, so there's too many... I don't know. But somebody did pass... No, let me not even do that. Somebody passed away. And,
Oh. Huh?
So I don't...
See, I also heard that he was shot with a rubber bullet. This is what I'm saying. Like, I've heard all kinds of weird things that just don't make sense. And so I don't know what to believe. But I also just feel like, again, if I got shot in the ear, I would have never thought like, hey, let me raise my fist in the air. Let me make this an opportune moment. No, none of it sits right with me. It all looks sus as fuck.
And I'm also not playing 18 holes the very next day. Like somebody, and this is like the Secret Service, you're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. The RNC is one thing, but you're not going anywhere. But you were out playing 18 holes on Sunday.
That's crazy.
So I don't wish death on anybody. I just think this is a scam. And the timeline is ridiculous.
It's bizarre.
2 days before the RNC, you get shot. Okay. That's all.
Hella sus. That's all I'm saying. I don't trust it. I don't trust it.
Speaking of the RNC and trust, we don't trust anybody that has been a speaker. And the speaker list is insane.
I mean, bizarre. If you put like all of like the worst possible people in a room and decided to play Jumanji with them.
Oh my God. That sounds horrible.
Exactly. Imagine all the worst people you can think of and you decide, hey, we're going to play Jumanji together.
Why would you even do that?
I know.
That's horrible.
I know.
I don't like that.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's very odd here, people.
I mean, so you got your usuals.
Mm-hmm.
Usual suspects. Tim Scott.
Byron Donalds. The Lieutenant Governor of North Carolina, Mark Robinson, spoke. Mm-hmm. Representative John James, Representative Wesley Hunt. You know, of course, his family will speak and all those people things. But never in a million years will we think that the founder of the Slut Walk,
forehead,
Mrs. Yeezy taught me herself, would be speaking at the RNC, and she was really proud to be there. So
just like she is about that tattoo on her forehead.
Right.
Go ahead.
That with her picture on the teleprompter, they did
Photoshop it.
Yeah, photoed it out. Inappropriate for them.
I realize Donald Trump and his supporters don't care if you're black, white, gay, or straight. It's all love. And that's when it hit me. These are my people. This is where I belong.
I bet you everybody in that room is like, who? Including Donald Trump himself.
Okay. I never really followed Amber Rose and whatever it is that she was doing at the time. You know, niggas are finding a way to stay relevant because they're
all facts.
Because they're poor. They're poor. They are brokies. And I feel like a lot of people on that stage are selling out for a check. A whole bunch of brokies. Y'all gonna let brokies talk y'all into voting for a country that'll then be turned into a dictatorship.
A bunch of broke people and criminals.
Yeah, she's ridiculous. Her opinion literally means nothing to me.
You know, I had a conversation with somebody earlier, and she said the exact same thing. She was like, what you're trying to do is irrelevant. Like, that's not going to make anybody... I don't even think it would make a Republican sway their vote. Like, who the fuck is Amber Rose?
Who is Amber Rose?
Who is Amber Rose? Who used to be a big feminist, started the slut walk, had rappers with her walking on the walk, women's rights, sex workers have rights, to her being a speaker at the RNC for a candidate that is guilty of rape, accused of sexual assault, and guilty of paying hush money to a porn star. Not to mention having numerous kids with numerous women.
This why
she can relate.
Shit.
Sorry.
This why I'm like,
what are you talking about?
These people, like, they don't, none of their opinions, oh my bad sis, none of their opinions, like, is not valid. It doesn't make any sense.
None.
And it doesn't make any sense to turn when all of the previous history that you have does not align with this. It doesn't make sense. Now, listen, I understand that sometimes when you get older, a lot of older people get conservative as they grow older. But it's like a gradual thing. Like, you don't just wake up and like, you know what?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to be a coon today.
And then you go like...
Maybe you do. I don't know.
You know, conservative, and then you have conservative extremists.
Yeah.
This is a conservative like, what are you talking about? These are my people? It's all love. The same man that banned Muslims a month within his fucking reign?
I would need her to go figure out her racial identity before she tell me anything in terms of politics and what's the smart idea of how to move this country forward.
Seriously.
I just don't want to hear it. You have a tattoo on your forehead.
What you think, you about to get a cabinet position?
Quickly.
You thinking just like Byron Donalds and Tim Scott and Vivek Ramaswamy. All these dudes thought that they was about to be the next vice president. And what did he do?
We'll get to that. Don't worry. That's on the list. We'll get to it.
Child. Amber Rose spoke, and then Tim Scott got up there with all his gums, and he said the following.
I know this is going to offend the liberal elites. Every time I say it, it offends them. But let me say it one more time. America is not a racist country.
Pay attention to how the camera panned to a room full of white people as this black man said that America is not a racist country. What?
I just cannot. I actually can't. I can't. Sherelle.
Listen,
you sent that to me? I can't.
The list got worse. We won't play all the videos because we don't even have the type of time.
No, we really don't.
For y'all to hear this type of coon stuff that these men were talking about. Tim Scott, I don't think Byron Donalds has spoke just yet, but some of the lower level blacks on Trump's radar, including Representative John James and Representative Wesley Hunt. I'm sorry. They're the lower levels.
Lower level blacks.
Byron Donalds is his top one. It used to be Tim Scott. Now it's him. But yeah, so it just, like I said, y'all Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson got up there and said that he will be the first black governor of North Carolina. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Who the hell is voting for him?
Not I.
Who the hell is voting for him?
Not I. And I bet not hear none of y'all even considering it.
That is crazy.
I have a bright idea for my wedding to ask me, before you come up in here.
Damn.
You better be registered to vote, and you better not be thinking about voting against none of these people.
You better not have no registered to vote things at your wedding.
Or what? This is important.
It is important, but it's also your wedding day.
2, 3, 4 weeks after my wedding day will be election day.
Shit.
Or doomsday. I don't know.
Oh, damn. That's really stressful.
You feel me? So I'm getting married, then I got to deal with this bull crap.
We'll work around that. We'll figure it out.
It's gonna be ridiculous.
Oh my God.
It's gonna be ridiculous. But talking about being around people, somebody's gonna be around for the next couple of months. You're not gonna be able to not hear his name, even though we told you about him 2 years ago.
2 fucking years ago.
Ohio. Before we even started busting ballads. I'm gonna toot our goddamn horn right now, because we've been telling y'all about all these things that are suddenly coming to fruition. We've been telling you about Project 2025, and we've been telling you about JD Vance.
It went viral on TikTok, the video.
I went and looked at the video yesterday. 86,000 people on TikTok viewed that JD Vance video.
Oh my God, for real?
And I don't know if that number increased after yesterday. After last week. Whatever.
Oh my God.
But 86,000 people on TikTok saw the video that we talked about with JD Vance and his racist ideologies. And now the man who opened the campaign and said, "Are you a racist? Do you hate Mexicans? Well, me too. Okay?
Yo.
Basically what he said.
Somebody, when I posted it on Twitter, was like, they can't find that video anymore.
Oh, of his campaign?
Yeah. But don't worry.
Oh, they found it on Twitter. It's been circulating on Twitter.
Oh, okay. Because somebody said they couldn't find it anymore. I said, well, we got the full video on Headwraps and Lipsticks.
We got you.
We got you.
Don't even worry about it.
We've been telling y'all about this. And you listen, y'all gonna vote him in. He got a crackhead mama.
Oh, not to mention this racist man that's asking, do you hate Mexicans? His wife is Indian.
Child,
His wife is Indian, who allegedly was a clerk for 2 of the now Supreme Court justices. There is a strategy behind this.
He's also the guy who wrote, I've never read it, but it's called Hillbilly.
Yes.
What is that?
That is his memoir that was released in 2016, the same year that he was ridiculing Donald Trump. The interesting situation about J.D. Vance being selected as vice president nominee is
It's fucking crazy.
it is on brand for Donald Trump, because when he selected Mike Pence, everybody was like, "Who? Mm-hmm. Where did that come from?" And there was names of people that everybody thought he was going to select, just like he did this year with the short list. Last week we thought it was Lil Marco. Earlier, before he picked J.D. Vance, they were saying we were praying it wasn't Ron DeSantis, because he's just been a little too quiet for me.
Yeah.
And they're projecting for Byron Donalds to be governor. And then it was announced that J.D. Vance was and we were like, are you kidding me? One, no one would ever think that, because he started his political campaign, his political prominence by being a valid critic of Donald Trump. He called him America's Hitler.
Damn.
That's what he called him.
I saw like a quote from like his college roommate. It was like, calling him a sellout. He is a sellout, and he will do anything to basically get to the top.
But that's how, and it's so funny how all these people from these politicians past saying the same thing. Mm-hmm. There was an op-ed written by Byron Donalds' ex-wife.
Oh!
Yeah. Who he met on the campus of Florida A&M University.
Oh my God.
Where when she met him, he was a Jamaican boy from New York. Mm-hmm. He was literally speaking in a Jamaican accent and everything. Then,
shut up.
Yes. Then he came out that he wasn't. He said he just wanted to stand out because there was a lot of other black boys from New York. So she was like, that kind of drew me to him. They spent 8 years together. Then he transferred to Florida State University and meets his now wife and mother of his 3 kids, and everything changed. All of a sudden, he's of the Tea Party organization in Florida and all these different things.
I don't know, sis. I like I said, I've said this several times. Like, black people as a whole, we are conservative, right? That's not shocker, surprising, nothing. It's when we get down to these little intricacies that we got to be careful. And it's like, I understand wanting to align with a party that you think aligns with you, but the Republican Party is using you. And I understand being frustrated and not want to rock with the Democratic Party right now either, because they pissing me off as well. Like, let's be clear.
Very clear.
But I just can't get behind. I just can't get behind or seeing myself supporting anything that is racist. I just can't. I can't.
It's ridiculous.
Because even at the end of the day, like, you can be like I just don't get it, sis. Like, I just don't get it.
Like, and it, like, I talk about it almost every other week now. It's like, you want to be a conservative? Fine. That's being a conservative. But what sis just said makes sense. You can be pro-life and not equate that to being a racist.
Yo.
Like, you get what I mean? You can be like, you know what? I actually don't agree with abortion. That's just me. But I also think there's a lot of illegal guns that are, coming into this country that are killing the same people. You get what I mean? So I'm just going to go for things that are going to keep me safe. Because at the end of the day, being pro-life doesn't really affect me. It has nothing to do with me.
Right.
But all the other policies that that racist party is putting into play, all those policies are going to affect everybody of all spaces, faces, and colors.
Yes.
So,
and I think that's what's so frustrating about it, because it's be like, it's also, and we'll get to this because I have a clip that I showed Sherelle right before, and it's like,
I don't want to do that.
we have to. No, we actually have to.
Jesus Christ.
Should we just do it now?
No. Preface your thought. Get your thought out.
Oh, okay.
Get
like,
your thought out.
You have to know what you're talking about. And a lot of y'all don't know what you're talking about. A lot of you are literally following the blind, leading the blind. And, and that's a horrible phrase. Shout out to my blind people. I'm sorry that they use, I don't have another phrase right now. But, like, you're following people and you can't name any of their policies. You can't name what they stand for, what they're against. Like, that's crazy to me.
That is beyond that's just weird.
It's bizarre.
That's just weird. And like I'm not even going to say black people, because there's a lot of other races that are going around sounding ridiculous. And you guys are the people that they're targeting, because they know that you're actually not doing the research.
None.
They know that you're actually not reading what's being put out there. They know that for a fact.
You're not using critical thinking skills. And I know people can say, well, I didn't go to college. I didn't learn critical thinking skills. Mm-hmm. You also have discernment, though. You can practice that.
You don't need to go to school. You don't even need to be in kindergarten to learn discernment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know at an early age that you shouldn't hit people. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know straight up that you can't just run somebody over with their car. And you don't need to be taught that. Mm-hmm. But everybody else, the ones who are following this ridiculous rhetoric, y'all are just taking words and putting them in a sentence that makes sense to you. And then you gravitate towards other people that have the same mentality. Just putting China and Russia in a sentence together doesn't make you really understand the threat that those countries actually are providing to us.
And you know what's like really insidious about all of this is that, like, it's people who are not educated, who are so loud and vocal
and
wrong. And they feel like because they're yelling over you and talking over you and saying China and Russia, racism, bibbidi bobbidi boop. Yeah, yo, swear to God. Swear to God.
That's how y'all sound.
And they think they right. And it's like, we as educated people can't talk to these people because they're like, I don't care. He gave me $1,000 3 years. Right. I'm going to vote for him.
There's a difference between having an opinion and an educated opinion. Mm-hmm. I can put China and Russia in a sentence, and if somebody asks me why I feel a type of way, I need to be able to eloquently elaborate on that. Mm-hmm. You get what I mean? But other people will be like, well, you saw what they did, right?
What are we talking about?
I asked you a question.
Or like, we're going off on a tangent because like these are all these things like, but people be hitting me with hypothetical. No, I don't have time. We don't have time for hypothetical.
Not right now. Not on duty.
We're on DEFCON 1, yo. We need answers to real life shit that's going on right now.
Real life shit. Like, are you not hearing us?
Listen, I don't give a fuck about no $500 date because that doesn't mean anything to me.
I don't care about balloon popping episodes.
I don't care. First, stop going on them fucking shows, by the way.
Seriously.
I'm tired of y'all embarrassing me. God damn.
You sound crazy. You look dusty.
You look stupid.
So, I don't know. I don't know what else to tell y'all.
I'm really like,
but as of right now, we are out in deep water with no lifeboat. We look like Rose in the Titanic right now. That's what we look like.
Damn, we ain't got no.
We don't got nothing. We are holding on for dear life.
We ain't got no oars.
And maybe somebody might drive by.
Damn.
That's what it feels like right now. Because y'all are not listening.
And okay, I'm stuck. What's the next thing? Okay.
Well, you wanted to play that clip of that
guy,
that employee.
All right, y'all. Preface this.
I got a new phone.
No, I got a new case.
Is that the Target logo on the background?
No,
like on the on your screen, the circles.
I don't. Those are kisses. I think.
My bad.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I thought they were the Target.
No.
Target logo.
No. Okay. So to preface this I don't know where this guy in the video who you can see, he works at Arby's. All right. He works at Arby's.
Had choice already. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He works at Arby's, and the guy who's recording him is trying to get, like, because he's the guy who works at Arby's, and he's a Republican, and the guy is trying to, understand basically all the shit we just said. Okay, here we go.
I have a headache.
Don't have a headache.
Okay, so you're a black man, correct, obviously. Correct. You work here at Arby's.
Correct.
Have you heard of Project 2025?
Correct.
And that's a good thing for you.
It's a great thing.
What about it makes it good?
The fact that he's friends with Putin.
It's what?
The fact that he's friends with Vladimir Putin.
Okay, and that's a good thing.
That's a great thing.
For America.
Not a good thing, that's a great thing.
That's a great thing for America.
For America.
Okay, how is that a great thing for America? Please
explain
that.
If and let's just say, if Joe Biden gets the chair again, what do you think them Navy warships gonna do sitting off the coast right now? What you gonna do? What you think they're gonna do?
What Navy warships?
Kim Jong-un, China,
right,
and Russia has all threatened the United States,
right,
as well as other countries outside of Turkey.
Right.
They're in cahoots with Mexico right now.
What does this have to do with what Project 2025 has to do with?
That's all
like,
Trump.
how does Project 2025?
It's all
what part of that project is gonna make your life better?
The fact that I won't be seeing nuclear missiles flying over my head.
Okay.
The fact that I won't be at
and that's all a part of Project 2025 because you looked it up and you read.
That's all a part of
you've read Project 2025 and you know everything that's about that it's about.
Yes.
You read it.
I don't know everything that's about it.
But you know, give me like two of the platforms of Project 2025 that appeal to you. Like you just told me you're a Republican. What about the Republican Party as a black man in America that makes less than $100,000 a year? What about the Republican Party platform appeals to you that you think will make your life better?
The fact that Trump, I can't say exactly which one it is, but it'll be the fact that Trump gets the chair again, bro. Because
Trump getting in the chair again is going to do what to benefit you as a black man making less than $100,000 a year?
To you. So when Trump had the chair, everybody had money, right?
No, everybody didn't have money. I had money. Let me tell you something.
You didn't get a stimulus?
I don't qualify for a stimulus. I make too much money. I don't qualify for a stimulus.
Yeah.
You think if Trump gets back? So you think if Trump gets back, stimulus checks are coming back?
Something. I ain't gonna say.
No, answer the question. Yes or no?
Something
else like what? So
Trump
wants to give you money, is what you're saying.
Trump is giving.
Trump wants to give everybody money.
Everybody make America.
And you believe that.
And you believe that.
Man, I know it. I saw it.
You believe that.
Living it.
Wow.
I got 2 stimulus.
Oh,
and I got the unemployment.
And that changed your life, didn't it?
Man, who didn't have money?
So how much was that?
It was a couple bands.
Oh.
Everybody max with a stimulus check got maybe $3,000.
Maybe. This man said if Trump get back in, Trump's gonna give y'all more money. Where the fuck do you see that at? That's not on his website. You can go to his website right now. It's not gonna be like I'm giving y'all niggas money. He's not giving you no fucking money.
Yeah, what are y'all talking about?
And y'all. Okay, I want to make sure I'm saying stuff. Okay, This is not to embarrass this man that we just put on the screen. Okay, that's not to embarrass this man. This is a cautionary tale. Okay, because we are late. We are late. We are behind. Okay, we are behind.
Right.
And this is what we say. This is what I mean when I say, like, you must know what you're talking about. He sounds ridiculous. Trump's not giving you no. And if you're watching this and you thinking Trump will give you some more money when he gets in office, he's not. You're gonna be poor just like you're poor now.
For me, it was him saying, "I'm living it."
It's not the fucking dream, nigga. You work at fucking Arby's.
And if that's your dream, my brother, then I'm so glad that you are living it. But let's be very transparent here. That stimulus money is gone, but that is people like him, people like your girl Sexy Red, and all these dumbass rappers that have come out talking about, Trump gave us the money. We got the money. That money is long gone, baby girl.
You spent it.
My mans, it's gone.
You're poor again.
I can understand if Trump gave them stimulus checks equated to $1 million per person. Then I could see you really being like, you know what? I think we need that back. He gave y'all $600 in one check and maybe $750 in the next check. And that was supposed to help all of America stretch for a matter of however long COVID was supposed to be.
And look at y'all. Look at what that money maker bitch do.
That is insanity.
Y'all are over here acting like he is it is fucking, what's the goddamn night strip club where they be making it rain?
P-Valley?
P-Valley, what's the one that's in Atlanta?
Yeah, like this not Magic City.
Y'all,
this ain't even Onyx.
Yo.
This ain't even Sugar Bears in Greensboro.
God damn. You're getting nothing. You're getting nothing.
Shout out to my Aggies.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Like, I'm fucking weak. What a wow. You just opened up a thing, okay? But like, you're not getting no money. Like, I just don't understand this. Like, what are y'all talking about? You gotta know what you're talking about, or you're gonna sound crazy.
You're gonna sound wild. You're gonna sound wild. And especially when Joe Biden does get reelected, you're gonna sound worse.
I really don't know. I don't know. I have no idea what I think is gonna happen next, sis. Because they trying to make this nigga Trump into a martyr because he got shot in the air allegedly.
I don't know.
And then Biden is calling other people's names oh my God, that was embarrassing.
It was, yeah, that was embarrassing.
What?
I was like,
oh my God. Yo, like it's all bad.
We got a papa and an old criminal.
It's just all bad.
This is America right now.
Oh my God. So yeah, there's that. What else do we got?
That is insane.
Did you want to talk about this Lincoln Project? Did you want to do the Lincoln Project ad?
Yeah.
Okay, so Lincoln Project released this ad. It's a 4-minute ad. You ain't got nothing else to do. They released this ad 3 days ago. And it's like here are the next steps that happen in America if Trump is elected, right?
Brace yourself.
Wild. Here we go.
November 5th, 2024. Donald Trump defeats a divided and dispirited Democratic campaign. On January 20th, 2025, Donald Trump is sworn in as the 47th President of the United States. Unfortunately, he keeps his promises. Trump seizes control of a divided government, signing hundreds of executive orders implementing Project 2025. Trump replaces over 50,000 civil servants with hardline MAGA loyalists. The federal oath of office now requires declaring loyalty to the president, not the Constitution. Protected by the Supreme Court's grant of total immunity for official acts, Donald Trump orders the Department of Justice to arrest members of the January 6th Commission, current and former DOJ employees, and political opponents for treason, election interference, and conspiracy. He declares it to be an official act. Trump ends birthright citizenship by executive order and turns millions of American-born citizens into illegal aliens overnight. Mass deportations begin. Hundreds of thousands, including legal U.S. residents and American citizens, are imprisoned in newly built camps. Protests erupt. Trump addresses the nation from the Oval Office, invoking the Insurrection Act and declaring the protesters a danger to American sovereignty. He orders the National Guard to use deadly force to suppress the protests. In the wake of the bloody violence, Trump declares nationwide martial law, awarding himself new powers under the freshly signed American Sovereignty Protection Order, which defines protest of immigration policies as non-protected speech and a threat to national security. Governors in New York, California, Illinois, and elsewhere declare their opposition, promising to refuse compliance in their states. Trump orders their arrests. Trump pardons every January 6th attacker, including those who assaulted the police, and in a White House ceremony issues a new presidential medal honoring them. Many are given jobs in his administration. The Department of Education is renamed the Department of American Values and mandates a nationwide Christian nationalist curriculum for all schools receiving federal aid. Trump, joined by Speaker Mike Johnson and evangelical leaders, announces that the Department of Health and Human Services has reclassified mifepristone, making it illegal to distribute or prescribe, as well as new HHS regulations that make IVF treatments impossible to legally administer. Trump reverses one campaign promise by declaring a national abortion ban by executive order. Challenges to his authority are rejected by the Supreme Court, which has seen new appointments from Trump after it was expanded to 12 justices. He signs an executive order removing abortion records from HIPAA privacy regulations and announces a new federal data sharing program so states can monitor women's periods. Thousands are detained while crossing state lines under suspicion of seeking an abortion. Trump's acting Secretary of Defense, a disgraced ex-general, fires over 400 generals and admirals, leaving the military leaderless. Other Trump appointees purge the ranks of the CIA, FBI, and Department of Justice. By executive order, Trump withdraws the United States from NATO and ends Pentagon cooperation with Ukraine. Russian tanks enter Kyiv. Vladimir Zelensky is killed. It is announced that Trump will run for a third term, claiming he was unfairly cheated in the 2020 election. His Supreme Court ultimately agrees with this interpretation, paving the way for Trump's 2028 re-election. If you hear all this and believe it isn't possible, then ask yourself, what did you believe was impossible just 8 years ago? This isn't a fantasy. It's Trump's plan, and he's counting on you to believe it couldn't happen.
Terrifying, right? I'm gonna retweet this. These niggas need to see that
Send
shit.
it to me. I just want to I wish they had name belts back that I could play that and just walk around the streets.
Swear to God.
I really wish that was a thing. Since we want to go back in the time anyway, take me back to 2002 so I can get my name belt. But that is...
I don't think it's far off either.
Sis was playing it for me when I first got over here, and she was listening to the part where he was saying about President Zelensky being murdered. I don't think that that's far-fetched. I do think that they just want women to keep having babies. And while we were listening to it, I just started thinking about it because they didn't really talk about infrastructure. They didn't talk about architecture and landscaping and things like that. Because where are all these women having all these babies?
That's not, and that's...
There's not enough hospitals. There's not enough doctors because you got rid of DEI in fucking medical schools.
Because the goal here for this party is to restructure how society moves in terms of people. They're not thinking about infrastructure and what people have access to and how many doctors we have. They're not thinking about any of this stuff. This is, again, why I'm telling you to go to the website. Because none of this shit is on their website. They cannot tell you what are the plans for
all they have is bullets. But there's so many missing sub-bullets.
Y'all want a whole bunch of women to have babies, but y'all are locking up people. Y'all locking up doctors who have to
that are against you in any type of way.
You're locking up doctors who have to deal with women who are having stillbirths and shit like that. How are you going to send somebody to
what do you want to do? What do you want us to do with a stillbirth?
The baby is dead on delivery.
What do you want us to do with that? And what men are giving us these babies since you shipping all these American-born citizens back to their homeland, including half of the RNC, since I'm an Italian, so you're an immigrant.
Can you imagine?
Where the fuck are we about to go?
When the video was playing, I was like, can you imagine them sending us to Africa? I don't know shit about Africa.
What you want?
I've never been.
And why?
I don't know nothing about Africa.
You just gonna send everybody that wasn't, what?
How does that work?
America is a home of immigrants. Everybody's papa and mima and sugar mama and mama. They all came from different countries and landed here. That was already owned by Native Americans. And then some white man came and hit a rock, and now here we are.
All this shit it's just terrifying.
Even he was an immigrant because he came from somewhere else. But we have a holiday name after him.
I don't know what else we need to tell y'all. I don't know what else we need to show y'all. And obviously, if you're watching this show, I assume and I'm not assuming that everybody who watches this show agrees with us 100%. That's fine. You can be in your wrong. But I'm assuming if you're watching this, then you understand how detrimental it is and where we are right now. And I'm going to keep saying this until I'm blue in the face, but you need to be, and whether it's this podcast or even just the things that we talk about, y'all need to be talking about them with your families. Seriously. And your friends.
Please.
And if you can't talk about politics with your friends, then that's a whole nother thing.
Right. You need new friends.
You need new friends.
Because these are... Do I have to go off on y'all again? Like, y'all need to know what's going on. Mm-hmm. Like, you can't just be walking around here not knowing what's happening around you.
Yo. Because you're not getting money from Trump, okay? You're not getting any more money from him.
I don't know why y'all keep... I don't know what else we need to tell you.
You're a brokey now, and you'll be a brokey then, too.
And you'll be broker.
Yeah.
If we're going to talk about it.
And you might be deported to Africa, even though you've never been.
For no reason at all.
Even though you've never been. Like, I don't know. I don't...
Yeah.
I feel like everyone's, like, making all of these, like... okay. This is what I meant to say I forgot about it. I just remembered. Mm-hmm. I'm disappointed in like BET and all of the other black media because all of a sudden now they're doing like this big push for political stuff. Mm-hmm. Like we need to vote. And I'm just like, we're behind.
Yeah.
You're late with all of this shit.
Y'all should have been doing this. Like
black media, black media is not doing a proper service to the community. Mm. There are a few, we got like our Roland Martins and things like that. But like the big black medias are not doing what they're supposed to be doing. And if you are a black owned entity, and granted, I mean, I don't even think is BET black owned yet again?
No.
This is the shit I'm talking about. Like, I don't know.
There's a reason why Byron Allen keeps getting halted from trying to buy BET. Do y'all understand it? Mm-hmm. Clearly, they were stopping Diddy for a reason. We know that.
Oh, thank God.
But there's a reason why they don't want people like Byron Allen being behind, because they already know their narratives are out the window. Mm-hmm. And educational programming like 106 in Park and Teen Summit and all those type of things are going to come back. Mm-hmm. You're not being educated by watching reruns of Big and Rob. Okay?
Or ridiculousness.
Right, that's the one I was looking for. Mm-hmm. Of ridiculousness. Or reruns of Wild and Out. Okay? Because now even they are on different platforms. Mm-hmm. And are, and all over the place with that. So, come on, y'all. Like,
yeah.
If I get deported, I swear I'm going to curse all y'all out.
I mean, where are y'all going to send me? I don't know. I've never been to Africa.
I heard it's beautiful over there.
I heard it's beautiful too.
But what?
Where am I? I don't know nothing about that.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. Tell them niggas to go to the Lincoln Project website. I think it's lincolnproject.us.
We'll put it in our in the notes. We really, really, really need you guys to check out what's going on because it's not a game.
Tighten up, niggas.
We are like 100 so days away from Election Day.
Jesus Christ.
And if you guys are willing to, we understand Joe Biden, okay, but
we're in the worst predicament ever.
We are in the worst predicament ever. So if y'all are gonna pass over Joe Biden just because he talk a little slow, we know he had a stutter. We been knew that.
I'm just.
You cannot pass that man by. Because of his age and pick race, just blatant racism.
This sucks.
2 candidates with 2 immigrant wives. Melania Trump and now J.D. Vance's wife, who they're already talking shit about.
Damn. I think we got one more thing on the list here. Yes. And that is Don Lemon.
Shift for y'all.
And Candace Owens.
Yeah.
I'm going to let Sis take this one away.
I mean, so Don Lemon has his own show on YouTube. Mm-hmm. Very interesting. And for some reason, he wanted to have Candace Owens on this show, and a few of the talking points in their hour-and-a-half long conversation took turns for the words, talking about gay marriage and how words don't really mean what perverts are allowing them to mean.
Oh my God.
I'm going to play the first clip about gay marriage first.
But what do you think about same-sex marriage?
It's a sin.
You think it's a sin? So you think
It
I'm
is a
sinful?
sin. What's that?
You think I'm sinful because I'm married to a man?
Yeah.
You do?
Yes, you're sinning. You are in a sinful relationship. I actually don't believe marriage can be between two men.
Okay.
Like,
You don't believe it, but it is a thing.
it is a thing. And this conversation, I listened to the whole hour and 36 minute episode. And after this actual clip, he, of course, she was talking about the Bible and things like that. And then he said, do you also know that if we're going to go in biblical terms, then you're married to a white man is a sin.
Ooh.
And then, of course, she didn't, I never heard anybody talk about it in a biblical sense and blah, then it was.
Oh, now
you don't know what's going on.
Okay. Girl, fuck you.
Then
I'm
she
sorry.
did just like.
Fuck her. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm with you 1,000,001 times. Then they went down a rabbit hole of what the F word means. A F word used in a derogatory sense towards the LGBTQ plus community. Mm-hmm. And this was weird.
So the word you said was fat, right?
Yeah.
Is that exactly the word? So what did you mean by that? You think it's okay to say the word, to call people a fat to their face?
No, actually, I said words have meaning. And so when you start allowing the perverts to dictate speech, then words just have to go away. And as I said in that clip, when I was growing up and I was reading English novels, when people say you're walking through the woods to get a faggot, it meant a bundle of sticks. And then they said you can no longer say this word that has a real meaning, right? A bundle of sticks, because some pervert took that and threw it as an epithet towards gay people. I think that's actually, that's a wrong way of thinking, because then what you're doing is you're allowing perverts to dictate society. So I don't like the death of the English language because people are getting offended. So that's like, I could pick any word. I could say, plant. And from now on, every time I see a gay guy, I'm going to be like, he's a total plant. And then eventually they say you can't say plant anymore. It's like, no. This is a real word that has meaning. Attack the person who's perverting the word, but you don't suddenly disappear a word and you say you can no longer say it, or you can no longer read these Virginia Woolf novels because the word has been perverted. I think that's a backwards way of thinking.
You can read Virginia Woolf novels. And the only people I know who are trying to ban books, Virginia Woolf, and other books that even say the N-word. I mean, it's conservatives. That's who's trying to do it. I don't think that you should be banning books. But I do know, Candace, that language evolves over time. And when people say that word to me, they're not calling me a cigarette. They're not calling
obviously,
me
that's the point. It has a context. So if you want to punish that person because they're saying that offensively, that, if you feel that this person, but it's not fair to then say to everybody else who's not using that word that this word has now been banned. I just think that's ridiculous, Yeah. That's my point. Yeah. I don't think that you can suddenly say go backwards and delete words that had real meaning because someone has perverted it, because then it never stops. It just becomes constantly having to update the language for people's feelings. And I don't think that we should be doing that.
So you would never call me a fat to my face, right?
Well, why would I just randomly call you a fat?
I'm just meaning,
have you ever seen the Louis C.K. skit on? Have you ever seen the Louis C.K. skit on fat?
No, I like Louis C.K., but I don't think I've ever seen a skit
watch
on
it.
Fat. Yeah. No, but you would never call like a gay person that to their face.
That seems like an absurd, no, of course, I'm not just going around. I'm a 35-year-old mother. I don't go around being like, hey, you're a that's just like, I'm not 18 years old. Like, I'm not going around calling people names, period. I wouldn't go up to a fat person and call them names. It's just like it's an absurd thing to be going around pointing and calling people names because I don't like them. No. So the answer is no, I would not.
She's way too comfortable saying it for me. She said it like 5 times.
Y'all know, because she does, in her mind, the F word does not mean what the English world knows it to mean.
And furthermore, that whole people perverting the word and it actually means a bundle of sticks. In the 21st century, which is where we are, no one is carrying a bundle of fucking sticks anymore.
And even if you... what is it called? Firewood?
Right, yo!
That's what it's called.
We're carrying firewood.
Right, nobody says that.
That's the F word we're using. What the What the fuck are we talking about?
That's the name of the That's the name of the episode. That's the F word.
Firewood. The F word. What?
No, seriously, like this. Listen, y'all know how we feel about Candace Owens. Like,
fuck her.
She is ridiculous. She is ridiculous, and I often, anytime I see her come down my timeline in any capacity, I always think about like, how does she drop her kids off at school? Like, I know she doesn't just live in a gated community of all conservative. I'm wondering what her day-to-day life is. Like, I know she probably can't even go to a PTA fucking meeting without somebody coming at her. And I'm like,
maybe she does live in a bubble.
You can't possibly think this way.
I think she does live in a bubble.
That is insane to me.
That, or she's a sellout and she is doing this on purpose to get money, because we know that talking like this is rage baiting.
I actually think somebody would expose her by now, though. I think somebody would expose her by now. Like a family member. I know everybody that she comes in contact doesn't sign an NDA.
Every time I see her, I think it was like the second season of Atlanta. And they went to that lady's house, and that black lady was like, I know what the fuck my husband is doing.
Correct.
That's what I think about.
Like, she's unbearable. I was telling sis before we got started, I had a headache listening to this interview.
Oh my God.
And I know Don Lemon was somewhere like...
And he handled that so well, because she said it like 5 or 6 times.
The whole conversation, they talked about conservatism. They talked about the comparison with Christianity. They went down so many different rabbit holes that I know, and you can tell that he was challenging her on certain things. And he even said, there's certain things that I definitely get he said, I'm not going to say I agree with, but there's certain things that I get where you're going with it.
Yeah.
So the fact that he could say that to her, it was never reciprocated. Like, yeah, there's certain things that I agree with you on. And I think he said it in the beginning of the episode, and she was like, oh, well, you know. So it's like, why are you here?
I don't like her. Fuck her.
And that's my thing with conservative extremists. Like, you want everybody to meet you at the exact point that they are, but they are nowhere near willing to even meet you halfway.
At all.
That's what makes me so upset with people like her.
They won't even meet you a quarter of the way.
They don't understand what you're talking. They will refuse to believe that what you're saying has some type of logical meaning behind it. But they want to, but they claim we're shoving it down their throat when it's the opposite. You're not going to see at the Democratic National Convention just the same person over and over and over again. At the Republican National Convention, you're seeing just black and white. At the DNC, you are going to see people of all shapes, spaces, and places, and lands. I don't know. I forgot the word I was about to say.
Colors?
Sure. That's what you're going to see. And those are the type of people that are willing to even meet you. They might even meet you more than halfway. It's like, okay, I see where you're going with that. Okay. And are willing to like do research on their own accord to make sure that, well, maybe I was actually kind of wrong. They're not willing to do that.
Damn, sis, you ate with that. Because they really not. And that's why I don't believe in arguing with these people.
I'm getting to the point where I might have to. You're not even willing to meet me. You're not willing to meet me halfway. So I'm going to meet you exactly where you at, but from my point of view. And I'm going to argue you down about it because that's what you're doing to us.
That's real.
And the way that the only difference is the way that they're doing it is by placing executive orders into place and signing legislation into place. With us, we're just busy arguing.
Yeah.
And being divided. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They're arguing with themselves, but they're still getting
shit
done.
That is fucking us. That's the F word. We're getting fucked.
Hard. It's craziness.
Yeah.
It's craziness. So, Don Lemon, Candace, and it was interesting because the way that the interview ended, I think she calls him an absurd person, and then went on social
What?
Yeah. And then went on social media. I actually went on her Twitter profile and found the tweet where she was just like, I low-key want to find it. And she was like, I don't even understand like why we're even, now it's probably flooded water and see shit. It just, the tone was completely different versus Don Lemon was like, let me tell you what me and Candace Owens talked about.
You know, I met Don Lemon at Essence last week, and he's phenomenal. He's personable with everybody in person. It's like he's never met a stranger. And
that's beautiful.
And I'm a Don Lemon stan. Okay, that's so I can't get over her saying the F slur like 5-6 times. Like she
continue to say it.
I've been like, bitch, say it again.
Right.
Because this ain't gonna be a virtual call.
And it's like she was doing it on purpose.
She was definitely doing it on purpose. Because she was trying to get a reaction out of him.
Right after he asked you, so you never called me that to my face. Right. You say what? The word fat.
Yo.
What have we been talking about for the last 45 minutes? You don't need to say the word anymore.
Fuck her.
Just call it a bundle of sticks. But you won't use that.
Because we're not carrying bundle of fucking sticks. We're not. Y'all stop blowing smoke up my ass. There is no. Tell me right now, unless you're a lumberjack. Yeah. At what point are you carrying a bundle of sticks today?
No, dead ass.
Seriously.
Like, quickly, come to the front. Like, come to the front if you could tell me the last time you carried
a bundle of
sticks.
Bitch, I haven't even picked up a stick.
And I'm not talking about going to Lowe's and getting firewood. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying you went in somebody's forest and picked a bunch of sticks like you was a goddamn dog.
Fuck off. Get fucked. Like, y'all are blowing me with this shit.
Serious.
We bundle of sticks. Bitch, you ain't used a bundle of sticks. You ain't picked up no fucking sticks, bitch. You just picked up a flatiron and got a hairstylist to clip them goddamn ends. Don't play with me, bitch. Fuck her. She gets on my nerves, man. I don't like her. Fuck her.
No, seriously. Bitch.
Like, I don't know. F stands for flatiron.
Yo, please.
All right, I'm done.
Please.
Like, we knew what the fuck you look like. F stand for frayed edges. We remember. Okay, the North did not forget. We remember what them ends look like, bitch. Shedding all over your goddamn white shirt and shit. Like, damn, bitch, dust your shoulder off. You got fucking, you got your edges, split ends is dropping every goddamn where. Fuck her. Okay, I'm done. I don't like her. Okay, I'm done now. I'm done.
That was my laugh of the week.
She gets on my damn nerves. I don't like her. Anyway, I think that's it for this week.
That's a fucking enough.
It is.
Oh, you wanted to the sad news.
Oh, Richard Simmons passed away.
Let's talk about this Instagram video with you and Naomi real quick.
Yes.
Let's talk about this.
No, okay,
I need you to break down the elements of that day.
So, me and Naomi, where was we headed to? We was headed to like get smoothies or something. Mm-hmm. We was hanging out,
Yeah.
We was headed to get ice cream.
Okay.
Okay, so we get ice cream and we're listening to the radio and we're listening to the radio, but I'm on Twitter. I'm like, oh my God, Richard Simmons passed away. Mm-hmm. And she's like, oh my God, I remember when he was in The Nutty Professor. And I'm like, he wasn't in that movie.
He was not.
And she was like, are you sure? She's like, the guy, he's like, I'm a pony. Mm-hmm. I'm like, no, that's
Eddie Murphy.
That's Eddie Murphy.
In whiteface.
In whiteface. Eddie Murphy in whiteface. And she's like, well, just Google it. And I'm like, I don't have to Google it. I'm literally telling you because I know.
Eddie Murphy played like 12 people in that movie. Like,
she's like, well, why can't you just Google it? I'm like, okay, fine. So I Google it, screenshot it, because she's trying to make it seem like I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So now I screenshot it with the whole thing up there, telling her that it was Eddie Murphy dressed as a parody of.
Oh, nay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he played everybody in that movie except for Jada Pinkett.
Yes. Exactly. So, yeah.
Literally.
Anyway, rest in peace to Richard Simmons.
He deadass did play everybody
And everybody in
fucking
that
movie.
damn movie.
Except for the dean,
And the son.
his lab assistant,
And the
and the nephew.
Yeah, the nephew, whatever.
Wow.
Yes.
That's insane.
Yes, he did all of that. So,
Icon.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Anyway, that is it. Let's see. We got any reviews?
Oh, my God.
We got any reviews?
Oh, I don't know.
Let me see. I'm opening up now.
I've got to be a macho. And now she got me singing it.
Let me see.
Now she got me singing
No, we ain't got no reviews. Yeah. Hopefully y'all looking up what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, because if you're not giving us reviews, and we appreciate the one from last week because that shit was hilarious.
It was.
But, you know.
Yeah. Get it together. Tighten up.
So you should be going to ballotpedia.org and making sure that you know who's on the ballots in your state, your county, all those things. You're telling a friend to tell another friend to subscribe to Headwraps and Lipsticks because they have all the tea on everything.
Yes.
That's important. Okay.
Yeah.
But if that's the case, then we forgive you.
I don't know about that.
Oh, I will.
She'll forgive you. I don't know. I might just hold it against you forever. Anyway.
Everybody, what's that girl shrimp? She said.
It's like,
if somebody do that to me, and I'll be like, hey, yo.
oh, chill. Like, relax. What's going on?
Hilarious.
Please be sure to follow us on all of our social
All of
media.
the things.
We're on Twitter at Headwrappod. We're on Instagram at Headwraps and Lipsticks. Check out our Facebook page, Headwraps and Lipsticks, the podcast. Go to our website, www.headwrapsandlipsticks.com, where we have crew necks and t-shirts that are for sale but not on sale. We have a Cashapp, $ Headwrappod. If you want to send us some money, we should probably check that again. And lastly, we are on a bunch of streaming platforms: Spotify, SoundCloud, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. That's it. Sis?
I thought I had a joke and I can't find it.
You know why? Because shit's not funny.
I scream. You know what? And that's. I can't really argue with that one.
Ain't nothing funny.
Okay.
Get your ass out there and vote.
It's not funny.
Okay.
At all, bitch.
It's very devastating.
Okay?
Yeah.
I hate that when we hit like stop. If we get on Twitter, we might see some other shit that happens.
Yo.
Like, and that happens all the time. We be like, wait.
Yo, we stop recording. We're like, yo, what
just happened?
Craziness.
I don't know, bruh.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll see y'all next week.
Peace.
Bye.
Quit laughing.
Damn.
Sorry. It's not funny. Like, nothing is funny.
Nothing is funny.